Hello everyone, it's Carver, Lean Warrior Lifestyle, and I believe I'm live here, just making sure. How's everyone doing on a Sunday? It's been an absolute crazy week here in the United Kingdom with the snow and everything. Sorry, my camera tripod's not very good today. I'll just have to hold it and stuff like that. Sorry for the shaking. But yeah, crazy week in the UK with the snow. It was, I think, titled "Beast from the East." With the cold Russian winds coming in, and yeah, man, it's been a tough week for many people. But you know, it's just one of those weeks where you know you think when you could kind of turning the into spring and it's the weather like this, snowmageddon almost. But yeah, I mean, I had a bit of a lazy week this week. I wouldn't say I've been really on it and stuff like that. But I got on the scales today. I am down a pound. My normal weight's out on a Monday, so I'm not sure what the scale will reflect. But I'm just enjoying the process at the moment. Um, it's very tough. I think as I've said before, to talk about your journey while you're on it. Because I think at the end of the day, a lot of the stuff that you kind of do is repetitive, and I've been kind of, I think wrestling with the idea of, whether, am I giving value talking about the same things over and over again? Uh, I want to maybe change things up on the channel and stuff like that. But I don't know. I think you have to, with anything, be committed, and sometimes the motivation ain't there, or you lose passion, and you know I think it's very. I do find it. I just don't want to, you know, talk about stuff that all the time and repeat stuff, and I think that's it kind of gets boring for everyone. But I'm just really, I guess, just the best I can say is just going along with it, really, putting the work. But sometimes I just think, am I really doing the much value as I can? That's the kind of the most toughest thing. Uh, but it's very difficult. I think with anything. I think it puts more pressure. Whether you have a good week or a bad week. It's all in terms of overall. You try your best. But I don't know. I've just been feeling a bit down. But I think maybe the weather hasn't helped and stuff like that. But I keep going and I keep trying to motivate myself and stuff like that. Hello there, Kevin. Kevin's on live. Hey, bro, keep it man. You're doing fantastic. I appreciate when Kevin. I do. Um, but I just I think I've got in a kind of I think a stage where I just don't know if I'm. It's very difficult for me to I'm a very I think I try to be I try to give as much value as I kind of share and stuff like that. But at the same time, I think I am a very private person. I think, but not just in the sense that I don't want to talk about stuff. Just the fact that a lot of the stuff that my daily life and stuff like that may not be as exciting as probably some of the other YouTubers out there. Um, I think what I'm learning about the YouTube is that you know keeping it real and keeping it honest and stuff like that. It's not gonna get you exposure, and it's not gonna get you the views. And I'm not in the game for the views and stuff like that. I appreciate everyone that's supporting me and be subscribed to my channel. But I just kind of think for you guys who are watching, am I doing as much as I can? Am I giving as much value as I can? That's the struggle that I'm having. Because I think sometimes I put too much pressure on myself to do things, and I just have to maybe focus a little bit on doing what's right for myself in terms of my health and stuff like that. It's very I think it's one thing completing weight loss stuff after a while and then talking about it, because if no one knows about it, then whether you fail, if no one knows you're trying to lose weight and you haven't put it out there in public, you know, if you fail, then the only person that's gonna, it's gonna come back on you. But there's no kind of, I guess, pressure there. I mean, you're like, all right, okay, so I'll just try again. But when you kind of put it in public, your goals and what you want to achieve, this sometimes creates a certain expectation, and sometimes even if it's the best expectations and stuff like that, you kind of almost want to every time get a result, and you want to make sure that you're sticking to it, because at the end of the day you put yourself out there to stay accountable. But then that's the difficult part, is trying to keep focused, I guess, and trying to keep giving value when the fact is you're just trying to really work things out yourself. You have a lot of people online who will sell you on the idea, will sell you the solution, will try to get you to buy into their kind of way of wherever they're trying to sell and stuff like that. And I think it comes back to what do I want out of this, and I just want to just make sure that I try to help as many people as I can by being I say the word real, but at the end of the day I can only be me. And sometimes I think maybe you know maybe a little bit, it's got to the point where me just talking about my week and stuff like that and recapping, I'm not, I think you probably could tell maybe the quality of videos have kind of dipped. I haven't really worked that hard on creating different kind of content and sharing what I'm learning that much. Partly because of life. Life's been quite difficult. Uh, you know, but also I'm chasing other creative ventures as well. Doing my podcast and stuff like that, which for my movie reviews. And I think at the moment, you know, trying to I find it kind of difficult to walk around with a camera outside. I don't have anyone who can kind of be a videographer for me at the moment. And I'm and you see a lot of other YouTubers, they have like gym footage and stuff like that, and I want to do that, and then you go to the gym and they say you can't film in here, so it's like, oh, well, I can't even show you my workouts. And then you know I don't know, and the meals that I eat are kind of the same and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to think, at the end of the day, I need to really maybe take some time away. It's very difficult for me to say that, but I just need to really focus on my, you know, there's this guy that tried to help me out, a couple of months ago, someone quite well known in the fitness industry, and he was like, what, sorry, you're on time, put your all over regular. That's what makes me come back to check rules. Who cares about the quality? Man, I appreciate that, Kevin. I really do, man. It's people like yourself, who do watch this and do support me, that kind of keeps me going, and the comments that I get and stuff like that. It's just I but at the end of the day, I just it does play on my mind and stuff like that. Maybe but I haven't really been as focused the last couple of weeks. My sleep has been terrible and stuff like that, and I can come on camera and I can make all these excuses and stuff like that. At the end of the day, I'm very proud that I am losing weight, that I'm getting into the routine of things. But I don't know, it just, when you have so much high expectations and pressure just to keep going, it kind of just, makes it a little bit difficult sometimes. And, sometimes life can get in your way and it can be difficult, but I'm just going to keep going, really. Just keep, I think that's all you can do, really. Keep planning away, keep moving along, try my best to just share my journey really. You know, I kind of think I like to think that, you know, maybe, you know, one day someone else might look at this and may take inspiration from this. Maybe it will change their lives. As in, you know, I'm still a work in progress, and you know, it's gonna take time, and you know, it's like, you know, don't. I was watching this video. You know, don't chase the end point. Don't change the don't. It's not about the destination. It's about the journey. That's where the fulfillment comes in, because you know sometimes you get to a goal, and you know, I'm not talking about weight loss here. I'm talking about life in general. Sometimes you work so hard to get something, and then when you get it, it's like, oh, you know, I felt good for a couple of minutes, but now it's like, what now? You kind of have that kind of idea, and you know, sometimes I think with anything, you go up and down with motivation levels, and you're passionate for your stuff, and I think I just need to think about, you know, what I need to do going forward. In terms of the channel, you know, is it, you know, I don't even know, you know, just coming on at the moment just once a week just to talk about my week. You know, I don't know if even if that's, uh, you know, any value, but you know, I try my best anyway. I've got my notebook here ready to oh, and my pen ready to plan out the week. This is what I've been reading this week. A really good book. Um, how to fail at almost everything and still win big. Kind of the story of my life. It's from the guy that does the Dilbert cartoons. Not familiar with the. I think we've probably I've seen Dilbert cartoons, but I think it's mostly American thing. I'm not really sure, but it's a guy called Scott Adams, and he talks about how you know, keep, you know, failure is part of success. You keep failing until you succeed. At this time, you know, I've had many failures. You know, not just in terms of weight loss, but in terms of projects and stuff like that. But you know, you have to keep going, and I think, as Winston Churchill said, success is moving from failure to failure without a loss of enthusiasm, and that in itself is just, I think, the hardest thing possible. Is, you know, how to motivate yourself from when your back's against the wall, and when you know, life's not going the way that you want it. You put your heart and soul into things, and if it doesn't work out the way you want it, it can be devastating. There's no other way to talk about that. You know, but you know, you do things, you put yourself out there, and you know, one day, you know, I think I like the analogy. Keep chucking things against the wall and see what sticks. If you don't try, you never will know. But you know, I think at the moment, maybe these are just kind of, these weekly sessions have just kind of been more of me just talking through my emotions and stuff like that. Uh, I want to try to get back to doing what I used to do before, which is talking about things that I'm reading, sharing stuff that I'm learning, you know, doing more of that stuff. So I think that's going to be the plan going forward. But I think I do need maybe a bit of time away. You kind of get too distracted on social media, and I need to just focus on my goals and stuff again. So this is what I need to do. But you know, that's not to say I don't appreciate the support and the kind comments and stuff like that. I always do, and you know, I always will. But you have to, you know, self care. Take care of yourself. I think it's very important. When you're feeling down and stuff like that, you know, look after yourself and stuff like that. But yeah, but I think that's about it for this week. If there's any other comments, let me know down if you watch the replay. This was a live broadcast. I think you can actually see the comments now going forward, which is a new feature on YouTube. But yeah, I know I'll get there. You know, but it's just being patient, really. I think that's the number one key. So yeah, I think I'll leave you with that. All the best. thank you for everyone who is watching this and stuff like that. I know Kevin's watching, so thank you very much, Kevin. Your comments always help me. I hope you have a great week, everyone. Gonna finish planning out my week and stuff like that. Appreciate the support. Um, Sorry if I'm feeling lack of low energy or not with it this week. As I said, the weather, lack of activity. Yeah, just one of those weeks. Tomorrow, Monday, let's get back on track. All the best, guys.